What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another video. So for those of you who are familiar with my videos, y'all know that I normally have a disclaimer at the beginning of the video stating that I am not a licensed psychologist, psychiatrist, therapist, or counselor. I'm simply just sharing my experience with narc abuse in hopes that it'll help you recognize the signs and get out or set boundaries. Whatever you need to do to protect yourself and be happy and free of all narc abuse and live a peaceful life. So today's video, I want to talk about why do narcissists secretly encourage insubordination in the workplace. Now, this is something that I noticed today and I took notes on it, even though, I know it goes on a lot. But with a narc, this is why they do it. It's a certain reason why narcissists in particular encourage insubordination, which means they're telling you to go against the grain. They're telling you to break the rules. Don't do what we're supposed to do at work. Now, when a narcissist encourages this type of behavior in the workplace, it's because they want you to feel like they're doing you a favor and they're going to take on the workload for you. At the same time, we all know how narcissists operate. They're very two-faced. They play the field. They're divisive. They just want to be in the middle of two opposite sides so they can feel powerful. And they play both sides by telling you to take a break. Let me take a load off for you. Oh, don't worry about it. And then they go to the other side of the workplace and they speak against you for not doing what they are encouraging you not to do. Now, they do this for two reasons. They want to look like the hero. They want to look like the stand-up person who's carrying a lot of weight. I'm spreading myself thin. I do a lot. They want to put out that image like they're the employee of the month. And to you, you're not thinking that they're doing this. Like, who thinks that someone will actually put in that much work and effort to do wicked things and to be so deceitful as the narc do? But that's why they do that, because they're playing both sides. They're telling you not to do something, and they're pretending like because you're not doing it, it's putting a lot on them. Now, that's one of the reasons why. One of the reasons why. Now, there's another reason why. There's so many reasons why narcs do the things that they do. But from what I noticed, the other reason why they will do something like this is because how it will affect the person who has discarded them, the person who set boundaries, who's went no contact with them. If you all work together, and the narcissist, you've got the boundaries set. And, you don't have this close connection with this other person who the narc got this control over. They're going to use that person like as a pawn and to hurt you. And even though it's not hurting you, you can't help but notice that when you stop them from giving me a hand, but you don't give me a hand, you really, you're putting a lot on me. That's why, narcs operate the way that they do. So those are the two reasons why they would encourage someone not to do the work. And not only that, the narc, they always want to look like the hero. They always want to look like the one who's saving the day. And as long as a person feel that relief, as long as they feel like I'm safe with you, they got that trust with you, then that's why they continue to, just go along with whatever the narc is putting in their ear. You have to be careful with people who you work with and the ones who are quick to get close to you in the workplace when you start a new job or anything. And they're telling you, things what not to do. Because if you went through the proper training, before you even started the job, you should go by that alone. It's okay to get acquainted with people at work, but don't get so close to the point where you get attached to them and you trust them so much because they can be deceiving you, and they can be doing it for their own, secret agendas. They can be doing it to hurt someone else. So be careful what you tie yourself on to, what you become a part of, because, you can find yourself tied up in a situation that you're really innocent of. Now, some people, it's right up their alley to be excused from their duties, especially if they're the type of people who are lazy, slackers, they don't want to do anything. That's right up their alley for someone to tell them, look, don't worry about it. Just sit on your behind all day and just make this money. And, don't worry about working hard as everyone else. You don't have to do that. That's what they want to hear. Easy money. So, when it comes to things like that, there's just something to think about in the workplace. Like, you have a supervisor or a boss, whatever. Make sure that it's okay with the boss, that you kind of cut the corners and, do things in a way that gets out of line with the work schedule or whatever it is, the guidelines y'all have to follow. Don't just go by what people tell you. And I know once you get close with someone and they have you to where you kind of trust them because of this nice personality that they're putting on, you want to believe that, and you don't want to cause confusion. You just started this job. You're innocent. Look, I just got here and I don't want to start any type of drama or confusion. But if you're ever feeling confused, it's always okay to question what's going on around you, because you owe it to yourself and for your own peace of mind, because you're not there just to please people. What you want to do is make sure you get the work done correctly and do the best that you can. That's why you're there. It's your job. That's what you're there for. And it's not hard. Like, a lot of jobs are not hard. It may be a lot, but it's not hard. And when you leave so much on someone, really think about it. Like, do they want me to do this? Or would they like me to give them a hand, even though I got somebody in my ear telling me to do otherwise? You have to use your best judgment and do what's in your heart and what you think is right. I was having a conversation with someone earlier, and they were saying, like, well, a lot of times if a person is showing you who they are, that's probably who they is. They haven't mistreated me. And I'm saying, just because a person is not, blatantly mistreating you in your face doesn't mean they're not doing it behind your back. Some people are very deceptive. They're sneaky. There are different ways to mistreat somebody. And they're like, but why would I care about what they're saying behind my back? Because they're setting up an image to make you look bad. And, it gives you a bad name for other people who might be scouting you out. They may want to, check you out for different positions. You could be up next for a promotion because you have the credentials. But you'll miss out on it if this person has heard bad things and they take it into consideration. Not so much believe it right away, but they think about it enough to, like, I don't know, or maybe I should wait a little while before I give this person a chance at a higher position, which will give them more money, maybe even benefits. So yeah, that's just something I wanted to speak on in this video. So y'all leave y'all thoughts down below. If you ever dealt with someone in a workplace who's not the boss, but they played the position of a boss, and you kind of feel comfortable with them, maybe sometimes you should question what it is that they're telling you not to do, because you could be kind of putting a strain on some of your other coworkers or colleagues, and you don't want to do that if you're not that type of person. Like I say, some people, it's right up their alley to just not do what they're supposed to be doing. So it's easier for them to just, use the excuses. Well, they told me not to do it. So-and-so told me not to do it. And I put my trust in them because they've been here longer. They've been here, way longer than me. And I figure they know the ropes. So why wouldn't they know what they're talking about? Stuff like that. So that's all I want to talk about in this video. Again, leave your thoughts down below. I'll have another video coming up soon on a narcissistic neighbor and how to deal with them, harassment and everything that comes with it. So I want to thank y'all for watching, and I will talk to you soon.